Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy and author of my best-selling book, Work Just Gets in the Way of Making Money, Scott Jelinek. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, things you'd like to discuss on the show, or properties you may like to sell, you can go ahead and text me at 757-699-4227. That's 757-699-4227. And before I move on, I want to tell you a couple things. So first off, if you have not already done so, please do me a favor. Go ahead and leave a rating and review right here on the podcast. Or if in fact you are on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the like button so that I know you're out there watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I also wanted to tell you that I do have a property one of our people sent in, which is it's a higher dollar slow flip property. It's $60,000. It's in Newport News. I looked at the pictures of it. It's in very good condition. But one of the things that's really been changing in our local area and in our local model right now is that we were always buying, our numbers we were normally doing with slow flips. Well, they're exceedingly going up now, where the average is $8,000 down. It used to be $3,000. It's $7,000 or $8,000 down now, and our average monthly is $1,175, where it used to be $875. Inflation's happening right before our eyes. The price always used to be $89,000, and now our average price is $139,000 to $149,000. So keep that in mind as we're buying these slow flips. The values are going up, prices are going up, rents are going up. And so we have to make sure we're paying attention and adjusting with it. Now, my properties that I already have people in and they're locked in, they get to stay. That's one of the benefits of being a buyer on one of these programs. Their payment's not going to change. Their sales price isn't going to change. Everything stays the same for them. But the second a property comes vacant, it goes through the roof. So anybody that's looking right now, go ahead. You can text me 757-699-4227. If you want the information, this house in Newport News at $60,000 makes an ideal property to keep, if in fact that's what you're looking for, because it's in great shape. So a couple things I want to talk to you about today, and I labeled this "Get Your Mind Right" because you guys know I just went to where'd I go? Omaha, Nebraska for the College World Series. The last podcast I did was right before we were leaving. Mississippi State made it to the World Series, and so we decided to go. So my son and I got one-way tickets, which were ridiculously priced, by the way. I think I spent $3,000 to go one way to Omaha for two of us, so $1,500 each. So we got one-way tickets to go to the College World Series. This is our second time going. I expected we would have been there 3 or 4 days, because the way the World Series works, for those of you who don't know, it's basically a tournament with double elimination. So once you lose twice, you're out. And so not putting them down, but odds are staggered against, they're very much against you to make it further and further and further. And so we really thought we might be there 3 days, 5 days. And that was the plan. Although I told my son we're buying one-way tickets and we will stay until they're out. Well, I don't know if any of you guys follow college baseball or follow the World Series, but we were there for 15 days and they ended up winning the national championship. It was the first national championship ever won for any sport at Mississippi State. So it was a big congratulations to them, and it was unbelievable awesome for us to be there at that event, and for the whole thing. I mean, we went to every game, most days 2 games a day, and for every team. UVA was in it, so we got to watch them until we had to beat them. But it was an absolute blast. Couldn't have had a better time. But it made me think about what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, about getting your mind right, planning your future vision, planning your life, what you want your life to look like. And I'll tell you why. This trip, and I've been on a lot of trips. For those of you guys who know me or follow me, I've done 30-day trips in Italy. We've been through Greece and Spain. We did 30 days in Panama. I did a 48-day road trip once. I've been all over the place. Sandals, had the little bungalows. I mean, unbelievable, awesome trips all over the world. This trip to Omaha was the most expensive trip I've ever done in my life. And so you're like, to Omaha? Yeah, it was insane because first off, we had a hotel that the window of our room looked at the stadium. So that was very expensive. It was over $600 a night. But the big benefit of that is there's 2 games a day. Last time we did it, there was a shuttle we had to take. And so when there's 2 games a day, you don't go back to the hotel. You just kind of hang out. And that makes for a very long day. So being right across the street, we're able to leave, go hang out in the room for a couple hours, and then go back to the second game. The second thing is, if you guys did watch it, you see several times we had rain delays. One of them was 4 hours of rain delay. Well, if we didn't have a hotel there, guess what everyone else did? They sat in the stadium for those 4 hours, where we got to go back to the hotel, lay on the bed, watch on TV, waiting for it getting ready to start. And they'd send us an alert, said, oh, it's going to first pitch at 9:18 or whenever it was, 9:10. We walk across, hit our seats. And so it was a big benefit to it, but it was very expensive. And then the tickets. So you'd think it's college baseball. How much can they be? But we, the way I look at it is we went a long way to see this. So I'm not sitting in the outfield. So, tickets ranged anywhere from $150 a ticket. In the beginning, there was 2 of us. My wife came out about a week into it. $150 a ticket, all the way up to the final games where there were $700, $800 a ticket. And now there was 3 of us. So this was a major, major expense, but it made me think of something, which is what I wanted to share with you. What an unbelievable opportunity, and how blessed I am to be able to do that. But the biggest expense wasn't even the expense of paying there, being gone for 2 weeks. Think about that. Think about how many deals did we miss? 1 deal, 2 deal, 3 deals, 10 grand, 30 grand, 15 grand. There's no way to know. But where it came down to, where I was talking about planning, getting your mind right, planning your future vision, deciding what you want your life to look like, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And so I talk to people about that, and they'll say, oh, well, that's easy for you to say because of X, Y, and Z, because you've already done it. And I'll tell you, no, that's not true. I have been this way forever. When I had no money, I would still spend money on experiences 10 times over before I would go buy something. Before I would buy an expensive pair of jeans or shoes or whatever, I would always spend the money on experiences. And the way I look at it is, you have the experience forever. You always have that experience. And yet when you buy a thing, yeah, you might love it the first week, but then it slowly devalues and eventually ends up in the trash can. And when you have an experience, it's in your head and you literally have it forever. My son's 12 now. He was there for their first national championship. I guarantee you, when he's 40, 50, 60, when he's taking his kids to games, he's going to be telling them the story about the first ever national championship, how him and his dad spent 15 days going to every single game. And so it makes it priceless. Absolutely priceless. And so where I was going with that is, I want you to start thinking about that instead of only thinking about in terms of money and how much money can you make. And by the way, we're crushing it right now. We're going to talk about that in a second. Some of our coaching students too, locally. I mean, we're doing margarita night tonight, and I had to invite six different people at once, because I said, otherwise I'm going to be drinking every single day this week. And so we're doing it all at once. I'll put out the video on YouTube tomorrow, but it's unbelievable. So you want to make money. Obviously, we're in business to make money, but you have to be clear on why. And the why, in my opinion, and mostly everybody ends up being the same. The why is freedom. That's money buys freedom. But we're not really in it for the money. We're in it for the freedom and the lifestyle that the money will buy you. And I always think it's important for you to clarify what it is you're working for, because if your answer in your head is, I'm just doing it for money, then everything else is always going to be a no if there's an opportunity to make more money. Does that make sense? If you have an opportunity then to not go somewhere, or to not be away, or to not have this experience, because yes, you could make more money by staying home, you'll always take it if your future vision, or if in your head you believe that what you're working, what you're striving for, everything you're doing is for money. But the reality is it's not. You're in this for what the money will buy you. You're in it for the lifestyle that money can afford you, the freedom that money buys you. So keep that clear in your head, is that you're not really, yes, we need to make money. We're in this for money. I love making money, but that's not why we do this. We do this for what the money can afford us, what the money can buy us. So I wanted to make sure to clarify that and get that into your head, so you start thinking about it in the same terms. So tonight I got margarita night, and a couple people I wanted to shout out to, Ronnie and Dewana. Your deal's closed and in the bag. I got the checks on here with me right now. Mike, you closed one, and we contracted one just yesterday. We assigned for a $25,000 assignment fee. Congratulations, Mike. Emmanuel and Angela, I know you closed 2 while I was gone that were wholesale deals, but I know you're crushing it on your rehabs also. I'm not involved in those, but I know you're crushing it on your rehabs as well. Who else? Ross, Chase, Holly, you guys closed your deal. Congratulations. You didn't respond yet. If you're coming tonight, I hope you make it. Zach, I don't know if Zach's in California, so I don't know if you watch this or listen, because this is a local podcast, but you've closed, I think, on 2 slow flips this past week. So congratulations on that. You guys are just absolutely smoking it and crushing it. So I want you to keep in mind, and the reason I like telling you about other people's deals is so many people are buzzing around going, oh, it's not a good time in real estate. The market's so hot. You don't want to do it now. Wait for the crash. Let me tell you something. Yes, if and when there is a crash, it will be a great opportunity. But there's opportunity right now. We're crushing it right now. So don't think you're going to sit on the sidelines and then if the market changes, you're going to get involved. You might as well be crushing it right now, building your infrastructure now, building your buyers list, building all your contacts, making money right now. And then if and when there is a change, and we all believe there's going to be one, but we don't know if and when, if there is going to be a change, now you're fully prepared and ready to go, not making it your day one when the new market hits us. So keep that in mind. The market is insane, awesome right now for real estate investors. That's all I got for you guys today. Have an absolutely fantastic day. I'm glad to be back. It's good to talk to you guys again. And do something today that your future self is going to thank you for, even if it's just a tiny little step in the right direction. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a fantastic day.